president of Trident concepts. Today we're here in Brainerd, Minnesota, finishing up a combative carbine class, and thought I'd take a few moments to talk about our new slings. We've got two new slings out. We've got a QD sling and we've got an adjustable sling. So let's talk about the QD sling first. The QD sling is basically, again, both slings are based off of a two-point design. And the QD sling takes advantage of many of the modern-day rifles that are being manufactured with QD slots in the upper receiver, possibly back in the buttstock. So to take advantage of those, what we did was we basically already attached these QD studs so that the user can just rip the sling right out of the bag and snap them right into the rifle and they're good to go. So aside from that, the other feature that you're going to see is the bitter end is what is used to adjust the sling to the user's size. And all the user needs to do is just go ahead and pull on that bitter end. There's plenty of material for you to grab. And then to loosen it, you're just going to pull back on the pull tab. And that will allow you to adjust that sling accordingly. The other feature that you're going to see is that the back part of the sling, where most of the wear tends to occur, has been reinforced with an extra layer of nylon. So this gives it a little bit more rigidity, a little bit more stiffness, and this seems to be the area where the stuff really just gets nice and soft and loose, and before you know it, this thing is twisting all over the place. So this just gave us a little extra rigidity for this. The last thing you'll see is there's a tag on the inside that just kind of reminds the shooter that this goes on the inside. So when you're trying to figure out how to unravel your sling, that little guide will hopefully clear it up for you. So to attach this thing, go ahead and start at either point. We'll start with the one up by the fore end, and then we'll go ahead and attach it to the buttstock here. And many shooters have different ways of attaching their slings. This is just one way, but the way that we use, it attaches the rear sling to the right side of the buttstock, the outside portion of the buttstock. So when the shooter's mounting the weapon up in the shoulder pocket, it doesn't have extra material that possibly could jam up his mount. Then we're using the near receiver or upper receiver slot just to get the sling a little bit further back. Plus you can notice how a lot of times folks are mounting lights and lasers and all sorts of other apparatuses towards the front part, and it just kind of clogs up, gets real busy up in that front area, so we've decided to move it back. So it takes good advantage of those two features there. So that's the QD model. The next model was a solution for those that don't have the QD slots organic to their rifle. You can always add them as an aftermarket thing, but if you don't, this adjustable sling allows the shooter to use the existing sling swivels that come on the rifle, usually the one up by the front sight post, and the slots that are built into the back of the buttstock allows the shooter to use them. What we've done is we just went ahead and pre-installed the QD studs so that we can quickly attach and remove the sling during this little demo. But it's pretty simple. Again, feed it through the sling swivel. Once you feed it through the sling swivel, actually, slide this through here. Once you slide this on, just feed it back through the tri-glide. And then with any webbing, whenever possible, it's always a good idea to dead man this. And all that means is I'm going to take that bitter end and I'm going to feed it back through the tri-glide buckle and pull it nice and tight. What that'll do is that'll prevent this slippery nylon from sliding. If you don't want to do the bitter end, you can always just take a couple wraps of some rigger's tape and that should secure it. But definitely be mindful of this because we see a lot of slings that just gradually over time, that nylon just kind of sneaks back through the buckle and before you know it, sling separates, rifle falls. Not a good sight. So both these slings were pretty much designed with the same features here. So you still have your pull tab in the front to adjust the sling, and then you've got the pull tab to release the sling. So not a lot of changes there. The back part of the sling also has that double reinforced material to give it a little bit more rigidity, and you also have your this side end sticker to kind of remind you of where that needs to go. So this sling is our solution for those that don't have the QD mounts. Next thing I want to do is take a quick second to talk about the slung positions that we generally use in our rifle classes. There's a lot of different ways to do this, and what we want to do is just kind of show you a couple of the ideas and a couple of the techniques that we use. So I'll go back to attaching my sling to my rifle. Alright, so the first one that we want to talk about is the one one that we tend to see a lot in our classes, which is what we reference as a tactical carry. So in the tactical carry, basically all that you see is that the shooter just has a rifle, it's pointed down in a safe direction, the weight of the weapon is supported by the sling, and the shooter has his firing hand or his strong hand on the pistol grip to maintain control of the muzzle. So you see this a lot. This is a very easy position to be in. I don't have a lot of problems with this one. The next position that we use a lot is our side carry position. And now what side carry does is side carry takes the weapon system and it actually puts it along the side of our body. Now this is a position that you'll see us go into for a lot of transitions. It's also a position that you'll see us go into whenever we have to put hands on people. But the other feature, or the other little trick behind this is that generally when you have the sling adjusted to the proper length, when you can reach down and grab the vertical foregrip or grab your normal grip on the forend here, you get a good reference point for the length of the sling as to whether or not it's dialed in for that shooter. Now the third position that we see and that we use a lot is going to be the rear carry. And basically in the rear carry, all the shooter's going to do is he's going to take the sling, he's going to actually throw it or place it on his back. And so when you get this located in the back part of your body here so that when you have to bend over to do things or do things that require more movement, more a greater necessity to use your hands and use your upper body, this position of the rifle kind of keeps it completely out of the way. Now, both the positions, the tactical and the side carry, are very quick to get the rifle up into the shooter's shoulder pocket. This one takes a little bit more effort. Shooter's got to reach back, grab the weapon system, and then bring it up into the shoulder pocket. From side carry, it's a little bit easier. From side carry, all I have to do is just make sure I have a reference on either the mag well or possibly even the vertical foregrip, and all I'm going to do is take the weapon system and bring it up into my shoulder pocket. And then obviously for the tactical carry, there's not a lot to it here. At this point, all I'm going to do is start to raise the rifle and finish it up into my mouth with my weak hand. So these are a couple of slings that we've been working on for a while. We're really excited about the slings. They're very user-friendly, very simple. They don't cost a lot, so hopefully these meet a certain need that people have out there. The slings are available through Diamondback Tactical. You can go to the website and find them on there under the TRICON line of equipment. And hopefully this little demonstration has helped answer some questions. Possibly even gave you some more information about why we designed the slings a certain way. But again, all these products can be viewed and seen on Diamondback Tactical's website. So thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them, and we look forward to seeing you on the firing line.